Latest on the pipeline fire. If you haven't heard about this fire and you weren't watching a lot of news over the weekend, it just broke out yesterday morning. It hasn't even been burning 24 hours and has already consumed thousands of acres outside of Flagstaff. And within the last hour, new evacuation orders put in place. This map shows the areas where those evacuation orders are now in effect. Just this morning, Crater Estates area was put into go mode. The other areas in go mode include parts of Schultz Pass, Timberline, and even the Arizona Snow Bowl. Now, the parts highlighted in yellow are on go status, including Donny Park, Mount Eldon Lookout, and Mount Eldon Estates. A shelter has been open at Sinawa Middle School. Our Danielle Miller's in Flagstaff this morning and joins us live with the latest on the fire. Danielle.
Good morning, Ron. Yeah, it's not shocking. You can physically see just how windy it is out here. We're physically being pushed over by this wind, so these high wind speeds are definitely fanning the flames here. We're at US 89 in Campbell, where the road is closed at this time. You can see that windmill going extremely quickly there. You can see the air is completely filled with smoke here in this area right down US 89 in Campbell. But what we do know right now, the Coconino Sheriff's Department says a suspect is in custody this morning in connection with this wildfire. We're talking about the pipeline fire. It started right around 10 a.m. yesterday, just west of Schultz Pass. 4,500 acres have burned so far. Highway 89 remains closed north of Flagstaff due to the heavy flames and smoke. And at last check, over 250 fire personnel are battling the heat and strong winds here to get this fire under control. Now, the man we're talking about, he has been identified as 57-year-old Matthew Reiser. He is in jail this morning, accused of residential use of forest and violating a burn ban. A tip led to federal law enforcement taking him into custody on Sunday as he drove a white pickup truck leaving that area. Now, we're told here the wind has been a major issue for crews, as you guys can see just how strong these wind speeds are, pushing smoke through the Schultz Pass towards Donny Park. And at this point, no homes or buildings have been lost just yet. But 8 air tankers and 5 helicopters are helping battle the flames from above. This huge response will only get bigger this week, and these evacuation orders most likely will be continuing.
We heard that the fire had already spread. It's southwest of here, but now we heard it was on this side of the neighborhood, so that's when we decided to go. We're erring on the side of caution.
And right now, Arizona Snow Bowl, parts of Schultz Pass Road, and Timberline are under evacuation orders. People in Mount Eldon Estates, Mount Eldon Lookout, and Donny Park are being advised to prepare to get out at any moment's notice if necessary. Now, as for the evacuations, as Ron mentioned, Sinagua Middle School is set up in Flagstaff for an evacuation center put up by the Red Cross. Also, the Navajo Nation, Gaming Enterprise, and Twin Arrows Navajo Casino Resort are offering emergency shelter for families that have been impacted. But yeah, definitely these wind speeds are not helping. Unfortunately, these firefighters up here battling this blaze here. But we're at 89 in Campbell. This is where the road is continuing to be closed here. You're not able to get up to this housing development or go anywhere past this. So we are waiting for an update from fire crews. We'll try to talk to anybody out here to get any updates to pass those along. We have all the information on all the evacuation centers and orders. That's on our website, fox10phoenix.com. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Danielle, thanks very much. You can see how the wind is just going to be causing all kinds of problems for firefighters today. It's exactly what they don't need. It's been so dry and windy for the last few days up in that part of the state. So Ty joins us early now with a look at what firefighters are up against.
Yeah, Ron, that wind is going to be the big factor. Obviously, they can really get a good handle on those fires when the winds are calm and they can actually fly. But when the winds get this bad, they can't fly the choppers or those air tankers. So that's going to be the big story today. That red flag warning is still in effect for today for all of the areas that you see shaded in this magenta color from now until 8 p.m. tonight. So let's zoom in. I can show you kind of the current conditions for the pipeline fire. Currently sitting at that 4,500 acres, 0% contained, but look at this. This is the forecasted winds today, 25 to 35 miles an hour. And you can see from Danielle's live shot just how gusty it was up there. We could see some gusts as high as 45 miles an hour. It's not going to be out of the question to see some gusts as high as 55 miles an hour up there at the fire line. So that is obviously not good news. And then, of course, we have that low humidity out there. So let's track those winds as we speak. Right now, 13 miles an hour in the Flagstaff area, a little bit breezier in the Grand Canyon area at 21 miles an hour. So some very, very breezy conditions. So we'll be tracking this throughout the morning. Obviously, these firefighters have a lot to go up against, obviously, with the weather for today, you guys.
All right, Ty, thanks very much. So, yeah, we can hope for the rain, but it's potentially still days away. So we invite you to stay with Fox 10 for continuing coverage on the pipeline fire. The month of June is just so dangerous for our forests here in the state because we wait, of course, for the rains, the summer rains that do eventually help. So fox10phoenix.com is a great resource for you, and we will continue to update you right here on Fox 10 TV.